Hi everyone, it's Don. Well, yeah, I did a video the other day saying not my Disney. And then something came out that it should be right up my alley. I should be chomping at the bit to go do this. Because I love Star Wars and I love cruising, and they now have a Galactic Star Cruiser cruise experience. And I should be chomping at the bit to do this. But I've been watching the videos of the people doing it, and I have such mixed feelings. So first off, the people who are there right now have been invited by Disney to go and review it. I'm not saying that their reviews are biased or anything like that, but they're not paying the dime. They are invited, it's free. And remember, for 2 people, for a 45-hour experience. And that's right, you have to be in this hotel. You cannot get in before 1 p.m. on the day you check in. You spend that night, you spend the next day, and then you're out by 10 a.m. max the next day. So 45-hour experience. The cheapest rate you can get is $4,800 for 2 people. If you're a family of 4, that rate goes to $6,000, and that's the average 2-night stay, are you ready for this, on a weekday. Prices may vary depending on the time of year and the weekends and the busy holidays and things like that. So that price can only go up, and that's the basic cabin. That's the basic cabin. You can get a bigger cabin and a suite that has a separate living room and a bedroom. That's going to cost you more. And apparently there's one cabin that's supposed to be really expensive, close to $20,000. Some New York Post reported. But I'm just going to go with this as, okay, it's a 2-day experience. It's a LARPing experience, which means you're immersed in the story. There's a story going on. You check in. You're a character on this Star Cruiser. You can go on missions. There's going to be a robot walking around. There's aliens walking around. It's an adventure. It's dress up. It's Knights of the Round Table. It's dinner theater. It's mystery theater for 2 days. And you can do as much of it or as little of it as you want. But remember, it's built on you participating in all these experiences. So I've watched well over 20 hours of different people and footage of this hotel so far, and I've got some thoughts on it. Here's my thoughts. Some of it looks really cool, and some of it looks really, really lame and really terrible. And for the price point, none of it should look terrible. Because for almost $5,000 for 2 nights, I can book the Wonder of the Seas, a suite, for 7 days for that price. So I can have all my entertainment, all my food, my gratuities in a big luxury suite on a cruise ship with a concierge and a hostess and a suite lounge and all that other stuff, a suite dining area. Or I can go for 2 days, just under 2 days, at this hotel. So the price point is really, really high for me. Terribly high. Now, if this was an amazing, ultra experience where it's luxury, 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 I could see getting, spending the money. Because money gets luxury. You can go in a basic cruise cabin or you can go in a suite and you're going to pay more. But the base cabin, you get to do a lot of the things anyway. But $4,800 for 2 people for 2 nights. $2,400 a night is really expensive. Really, really expensive. Now, some of the reports have come out that this is a windowless bunker. And it's true. There are no windows in this hotel because there's screens. And the screens make it look like you're in space. So there's no opening windows. There's no stepping out on a balcony. It's an enclosed cement building, basically, with electronics. That's your viewing screen. So picture you're in your room, you have no windows in your house, and the only visuals of the outside world you have is your computer screen and your TV screen. That's what it's going to be like. The rooms themselves look very, very small. They've built in these 2 bunk bed system into the rooms for, they're expecting families, but they're big enough for, an average size adult to sleep in as well. So if you're 4 people and you want to share a room together, you get to fight over who has to sleep in those bunk beds. But because their bunk beds are built into the wall system, it really makes the room look much smaller than it probably is. And the bathroom itself is also pretty small for a hotel room. It's supposed to represent a cruise ship, but it's still a hotel. And you still have a family in that hotel room. And the bathroom is very, very small. No bathtubs. If you want to have children who are used to baths, and not in this place. They either take a shower or they stink for the next 2 days. That's how it's going to be. Now, some of the positives that I have, look, the actors and everything are doing a really good job from what I could see. They are professional actors. They're not just cast members. They are the next stage up where they know how to say lines and they know how to interact and they can come up with spontaneous answers and things like that and interact much easier with a lot of people. Terrific. That part is really good. Some of the food look really interesting. It doesn't look like normal food. It looks spacey a little bit, but it is regular food. It just sounds and looks different, but apparently it looked very interesting. As a foodie, I'd appreciate that. The drink concoctions in the bar, that's a great thing. Yeah, I think I would like that. As far as the entertainer, they have Gaia, who is a singer, who will be singing in the bar area. Terrific, except I don't know how attentive for 45, 50 minutes the kids are going to be listening to a single singer out there. Maybe adults would enjoy this more, but I don't know if the kids will. If there's a lot of kids on this adventure, I have a feeling that will become a very noisy place with a bunch of very restless kids. Just my opinion. Everything, when they show you the posters and everything, looks grand. The atrium looks huge and everything wide open. And in fact, it's much smaller than you would think it should be for a Star Cruiser in Star Wars. I mean, they have the Death Star, for gosh sakes. This thing is 2 stories high. The atrium, there's broken up into different areas because you have the bridge area where you go have bridge training, and there's big screens where you do the star battle. Some of that looked kind of cool. You're sitting in front of buttons, and you're just kind of pressing buttons like this. And if anyone knows Star Wars, remember Star Wars when Luke and Han ran down into their spaceship and they climbed into the turret and you had the guns in front of you and you don't have any of that. You're standing in front of a computer screen and you're pew, pew, pew. That's it. That's your excitement for that. I don't know. $6,000. I don't know. It's like I said, the food looked okay. The singer was good. I don't know if kids will enjoy that. The rooms are sort of to me. The experience of acting and everything looked good, looked fun. I don't know if I could put up with it for 2 days, though. And then the piece de resistance for me was when I was looking at what they call the lightsaber training, where you'll line up 4 or 5 people, and you're on these pads, and you're holding a lightsaber, and you're put into positions. You gotta hold your position, you block like this, and la la la. Okay, great, that's cool. Kids will enjoy that. But then you look in forward, and there's like these octagon symbols on the wall, and then a light comes out. It doesn't shoot out. It's just a light, a steady light beam like this. So it's a flashlight, basically. And you take your lightsaber and you go, here. Oh, okay. And you put your lightsaber on the beam of light and it goes, and then a light comes over here. Oh, I guess I got to do this now. Oh, you are becoming a Jedi Master. Are you kidding me? I'm taking a giant flashlight I'm holding in my hand and I'm touching another flashlight coming from the wall? And that's my lightsaber training to become a Jedi? That is one of the most lame excuses for an event I've ever seen in my life. Especially, I have an Oculus at home that has a Star Wars game on it, that has droids and everything flying around me, and I have a lightsaber in my hand and and I can spin around the room and I can look at that. That thing is $600. You're telling me they put a thing in the wall? They stuck some flashlights in the wall and had a sound effect. And that's it. That's lightsaber training. That is ridiculously stupid and lame. Whoever thought of that, immediately go and do another job. Because with all the technology that's out there right now, how is that one of your premier events on board? Not to mention, a lot of the posters and everything that they show greatly exaggerate the actual experience. There's a poster out there where they have this, oh, look at this, you're surrounded this table, you're playing like this card game, and it's all 3D interactive in front of you, and holograms, and oh, it looks really good. It's not holograms. I haven't seen any footage of any of that so far. It's a card game you play on a table. The table's flat, it lights up. It's no hologram. So basically, windowless bunker, small hotel room, some fun experiences in some cases, some lame experiences in some other, at a greatly inflated, overpriced event. $6,000 for 45 hours. In a standard cabin for 4 people. A standard cabin. Even if you take $5,000 for 2 people, it's a standard cabin for 45 hours. And people wonder why I haven't gone to Disney lately. There you go. Because of stuff like that.